I don't expect you to believe me when I say it's a hard life as a motoring journalist, but occasionally there are compensations, like today, the beautiful grounds of Clevedon, and a chance to drive the new Suzuki Grand Vitara. Now, it's tempting to deride Suzuki as manufacturers of nothing more than essential fashion accessories, but there's a lot more to the cars than that. You tend to think of Suzuki as a relative newcomer to the 4x4 market, but in fact they've been making vehicles like this for over 30 years now. I remember the original being launched, the SJ and LJ, very basic, tiny little engined vehicles that people like Land Rover laughed at and said you couldn't possibly market a lightweight Jeep like that. And it wasn't long before Suzuki reinvented themselves as the ultimate fashion accessory, and little white Jeeps with elephants on their rear wheel covers were soon seen all over town. Not much mystery about the new Grand Vitara though. Looks very much the mixture as before, but in fact it's a brand new body, a new chassis, new suspensions and a new engine, and the package altogether works extremely well. They introduced the Vitara with a 2-litre V6. This, the Grand Vitara, gets a new Suzuki engine, a 2.5-litre V6, twin overhead camshafts, 24 valves, almost 150 brake horsepower. That's enough to propel this little device at impressive velocities. Suzuki say the interior has undergone an extensive redesign, although the new dash panel looks fairly ordinary to me. There's extensive use of fairly cheap looking plastic. CD player comes as standard, although there's nowhere obvious to store your CDs unless you just leave them in the door pockets to rattle away. A few years ago, the insurance industry decided that GTIs weren't worth the risk, and the insurance premiums went sky high. As a result, lots of people switched to these little 4x4s. Well, with this 142 brake horsepower engine, it's more like a four-wheel drive GTI than anything else I've driven lately. Like all 4x4 manufacturers, Suzuki are fiercely proud of their prowess cross-country, so like every new 4x4 launch, they've laid on a cross-country circuit. Now, the real secret of good off-road performance is tyres, and considering that the Suzuki off-road demonstrators are shod with pretty standard Bridgestones, that was an impressive performance.
What you have is a generation of customers, both male and female, that they've got very used to, they admire, they enjoy the high driving position, the non-intimidating driving position. And one other key factor that we started to promote in the early 80s was total mobility. With the demise, unfortunate demise, of public transport generally in the UK, people, particularly in rural areas, have a comfort factor that they have total mobility 12 months of the year. And that is a big bonus point, and it's something that we've majored on. You don't need to have a rugged 4x4, but you need the comfort that if you do need it, it will go anywhere.
New body shell, not that different. New chassis and suspension, not that much softer. Very nice little 2.5-litre V6. All you can really say is that Europe's best-selling 4x4 just got better.